What up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the Brand New Show. Video podcast episodes edition. As you know, videos will be available on my YouTube channel, Brand New Show. YouTube channel. Go subscribe, watch, leave comments. Also, podcast episode out today. Yesterday I did on podcast platforms everywhere. Brand New Show. Me versus me. Go listen to that also. And let's start the show, man. Let's just do this. Let's start the show. I want to, first off, say I'm doing better compared to what I was yesterday or last couple of days where I was really out of it. Even in my videos, I think I was a little out of it. Now I could go back and look at them and be like, damn, I really was a little bit out of it. But I'm feeling a little bit better. Shout out and real love to my uncle, and I'm gonna hit you up, Uncle E, later. And my sis Nancy, love you. Appreciate y'all for always checking on me. I'm doing better. I thought today would take a minute for me personally. I thought it'd be a while, because usually depression, it takes a while. It takes a while to kind of like get out of it. Which I'm doing okay. I'm doing better. I'm not, super out of it yet, but compared to days that I've had, this is truly a good day. So I can't say good day, but it's better. It's better. So I'm doing better. So usually, I do random, point of view of random shit to start the week, But I also started a new podcast series episodes last week, video podcast episodes last week, called From Me to You. And this is the second episode of that today, right now, I should say. So to get out of the state I was in, I had to pretty much, meditate, as maybe driving, around, clear my mind that way. Usually I just don't even play music. I just got the phone and the auxiliary card, and auxiliary card in the phone. I don't even play the music. I just have it on in the auxiliary card just in case. But mainly I'm just driving around, thinking out loud. And sometimes that really works for me. It really, really works for me. Meditate in the shower. Then I just realized I meditate in the shower, and it's worked out for me pretty well. I mean, it's worked out for me. Maybe it's because, that's the one time where nobody could bother me or ask me for anything or call me for nothing. It's like I'm calm. The water's hitting me. I'm like, let my thoughts race. And that's another thing. So, been pretty much meditating. I was watching like J. Cole interview, and he was meditating, and he was like, when you're trying to meditate, you're so worried that you're not doing it right, or is this really meditation that you mess up before you can even get started because you're so worried about meditating. So I'm learning how to do that now. I'm starting to really understand that particularly, because he's just like, the thoughts could come in, but just keep your mind on this one thing. Like, find a fan that's blowing or something, bring it back to that, and it will center you back to where, okay, I'm calm, cool, and collected. I could breathe. Okay, let's go. So that was pretty cool, and I'm doing it better now. Doing more and more of it now. But from me to you, so thank you. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Thank you to everybody. And shout out to my guy, Jeremy, Life Unplugged um, podcast. Um, can't wait to do something with you, man. Looking forward to it. Definitely. Um, Go follow his podcast, by the way, Life Unplugged. Is the Instagram page for his podcast. Go. Amazing interviews. If you're an up-and-coming podcaster, hit him up. It's my guy. Also, if you just want to look at some good content and podcasts, and you're into podcasts and good content, go listen to Life Unplugged. So last hour, 2 hours ago, I've been looking at like articles and on Google, looking at like I was bored, so I was just like, it's got to be more to this than just my mental state. Like, it's got to be something ingrained in me, right? Like, got to be traits of like something like, and I was like, Zodiac sign. Now, I'm not super into the astrology thing, the zodiac signs. I'm not really into it like that, but I will get into it if I like, just in case, for me personally, just for me, just to see where I stand in the mindset. If it's just like all me, or if it really is like a trait of like my zodiac sign, like, oh, that's probably why I'm this way, or why I cut off people so fast, or why I don't really respond to people after I feel like it's nothing to talk about. Okay, that makes sense. So I did that like a couple hours ago. I was just on my phone. I was like, let's just Google it. Let's see what's up. And I typed in on Google, which I didn't know Google was down today. I guess Google was down today. If you didn't know Google was down today. I didn't know. So I had to hit try again because it was like connections off, and so I had to hit it again. And so I typed in a true meaning of Aquarius, and Google, of course, you know how Google goes, and it popped up the original meaning of what Aquarius is, and it's a water barrier. Water barrier. He's mysterious. They're mysterious. I don't want to say he, but they're mysterious. But they care about change. They're revolutionary thinkers. And they care about changing the world. They said our sign comes from Uranus, and it was unorthodox because of our thinking. We're unorthodox because of our thinking. We don't think inside the box. I read somewhere that was like, what box? Like, it's like, what box? Like they're thinking. They just go off. Like it's a different thing, and I do over fucking think. I say this all the time on this podcast. I overthink a lot. Come to find out, we embody that. We're critical thinkers. If you're professional looking, if you're professionally into it, you're a critical thinker. You're socially conscious. You're socially conscious. You want the world to be a better place for everybody, even if you might not be able to achieve what you're achieving. It, like I always say, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it maybe for the future. And the future might understand this better than I can now. And that's always what I say. And I come to find out that's exactly what Aquarius are. They care about the future. They want to make the world a better place. And it might not be now, but it might be in the future. Like, people might pick up on what they were saying then. They say we're great in the political fields. We're great in, I won't say great, but we're good in political fields. We're good in service, because we care a lot about service and communities and everything. And also, we love fine arts. If you know what fine arts are, theater, music, painting, and I love that. I love music. I'm not into plays, but I could sit down and watch Hamlet if I wanted to. Like, I could sit down and watch Hamlet if I really wanted to, and I probably would get into it. I'd probably be like, this is pretty cool. And I probably will. I got Disney Plus. I can check on it and see. It said, what else did it say? It said, It said, we're loyal. It said we're loyal because we're truly unique. It said we're truly unique. We're great. We're perfect. They didn't say great. They said perfect listeners. I love listening. I love listening. I enjoy that. They said we are entangled, intrigued into conversation. We love conversation. I mean, if it's a good conversation, we could talk. I mean, I'm all for talking. Clearly. It also said that so it said we're visionary. We think outside the box, like I said. We're visionary. Like we're visionary. We see things for the future. We plan for things. We're great at it. We know what we do. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I said, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But, every pro comes with cons. With those critical thinking and the social conscious and all that, it can stunt our growth. It can actually stunt our growth in professional structures. Like if we're trying to grow inside like a business or something, if you're working for somebody, you might bump heads with that person a lot because you don't. I guess you don't answer to anybody. I think that's the gist of it. We're not good at answering to anybody because we are so. Like, I don't think this works. This is stupid. This sounds dumb. Why the fuck am I doing this with you? I don't want to do that. And so we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot with that. And I actually read somewhere also, it was like, we get bored very easily. If it's a boring job or boring conversation or boring anything, we ain't got time for that shit. We leave it where it is. And we walk off and we leave. And we ain't got no time for that shit. Cons also, again, with that is because we're overly emotional. In situations, we do overthink things, and it's just what it is. We also are. They said we we don't have emotions like that. Like I was reading like somewhere, does our Aquarius care about the ex? And they were like, nah. They literally live it and be like, you know what? It just wasn't meant. Fuck it. And go on to the next. Like, it's just, it was also like, it said you're supposed to find your soulmate at 22. I'm 27, so that shit it clearly is missed. But they said you, Aquarius, also are, we kind of we don't go with the flow is pretty much what they were trying to tell me. Like it's like you're reading that. It was like, you guys don't really go with the flow. You guys are just leave us the fuck alone and we will figure out something. We will figure it out ourselves. It was like you don't really need love to be happy. And I was like, that's intriguing. It's pretty interesting because I really do feel that way. Like if I get in a relationship or something, I would be cool with it. It'd be nice. It'd be, I've been single for a minute, but it's also like, yeah, I've been single for a minute, but I'm not really looking. like I've been single for a minute, but I'm not trying to go find some fucking body. Like if it happens, it happens. Like I feel like if it happens now, like it happened for a reason. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that, but okay. So, there was a lot more things. I think I was looking at it and they were like, why it was on there like, oh, was 2020 a good year for us as an Aquarius? And it was like, it was a great year for us as an Aquarius because you already like to be kind of like by yourself, but that's when you expand your mind. That's when you started to really hone into your skills. That's when you really started doing what I'm doing. Because 2020 is when when the world was pretty much going crazy, I kind of turned it into me, and I was like, this might be finally the time I need to really get into this podcast and really put my shit in and put my time in and create it and grow and get it going. It's worked. I think I said that a couple times at the end of 2020. I was like, it wasn't a bad year for me personally. I mean, it wasn't really a bad year for me. I also read, of course, I was like, I think we're like the one sign that I think we got like multiple partners, like signs wise. Like if we were into like get into a relationship, I think it's like 3 or 4 signs that we could like date, that we're compatible with. And we're also compatible with each other. I didn't know that, because every girl I've ever had interest in or Aquarius. Like I vibe with Aquarius very well. Like I don't know what it is, and now I realize like we're loyal. We are truly unorthodox. We truly are unique. You know, we like conversation. We like listening. We enjoy each other's company. We like being, if we're friends, we're friends. Like we enjoy that. We enjoy being around each other. So that was like interesting, because every girl I've ever like been like 2 or 3 girls I've actually like truly like talking to and really enjoyed like talking to. And I dated one. I had a crush on another one. Yeah, and the other one, I think, I'm pretty cool with the other one. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I dated one, had a crush on one. It's crazy. I dated one, had a crush on one, and then I'm cool with the other one. Kinda. I'm cool with it. So yeah, that makes total sense. So, because we're like generally just cool with each other, so it makes total sense. And we vibe with I think Leos, which kind of makes sense. Both of my brothers are Leos, so that makes total sense. Yeah, that's intriguing. What we're not compatible to, which makes also makes total fucking sense. We're not compatible with Scorpios. It's like not compatible with Scorpios. I was like, hit the nail on the fucking head. Like, and if you knew, you know. So yeah, so yeah, we don't vibe with them. And Taurus, we don't vibe with Taurus and Scorpios. I was like, nah, you tell me. Okay, I had to look this shit up to really figure that shit out. Okay, perfect sense. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say, and pretty much what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of traits that come with being an Aquarius. You know, and now I see why I'm so into also a con of mine that I knew it was ingrained into being an Aquarius, but now I really reading it and really understanding it. It's been a pet peeve of mine since I was a kid. Yo, don't make a promise to me your ass ain't gonna keep. Like that pisses me off. Don't ever do that to me. Don't you ever do that. And now I see why. Read that today. There's like Aquarius hate restriction, people breaking promises to them. They don't enjoy like having disagreements. it's just like, okay, that makes sense. Because it's like, that's me. Like, I think I could work it out with anybody. It's just like, just don't fuck that up, at least. So, yeah. I learned a lot today about what's going on with me. So I guess wrapping it all up, um, what I learned is that yes, some of this is ingrained in me more so than I thought, and it is because of my sign. Um, I found out a lot today about who I am as a, I guess my traits as a person. I guess why I'm so into this podcast and why I love doing what I'm doing because I really want to see the world in a better place before I leave it or after I leave it. And if I had any piece of that changing, I'm good. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. So I like I said, man, I'm not into the astrology shit. I'm not into the zodiac sign shit, but that was a pretty cool thing to do today. I was just bored, and I was like, man, let's just go check and see this shit. And to myself, I was like, let me just Google this shit in. And I don't know, I've just been looking up true meanings of things. And I don't know, it got me feeling a little bit better because now it's like, okay, that makes sense. Now I see why I'm so this and I'm so that compared to why I'm not so much more this. And okay, that makes total sense. So there it goes. I guess you guys should look up your sign, I guess, if you want to. I was bored. I don't know. You guys might not have that time. But if you do, I also would say take it with a grain of salt. I don't really, but it does probably do explain a lot of things about you guys. So, yeah. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Yeah.